today we're going to check out not a guitar, but an amplifier, a real amplifier, and it's been a long time since I've done one of these, so I'm pretty excited about it. And I've still got the Legator Ninja here for a couple more days, so I'm going to get as much mileage out of this bad boy as I can. This thing is sick, and if you want to see a demo on this guitar, I'll leave a link down below. I'll leave a card up there so you can check that out. Meanwhile, we're going to check out that bad boy right there. Let's go. What's going on today, guys? Thanks for stopping by. And yes, I'm actually playing through a real amplifier today. Something different on the channel. I know I don't usually do amplifiers because, you know, I'm a home musician, so I'm usually recording in the DAW, in the box. Virtual amps is good enough for me. But, you know, 2025 is a year of trying new things, and especially on the channel here. So we're going to get some more amplifiers and some other gear into the mix. Starting off with this amazing Mesa Boogie. This thing is it's killer. This thing sounds really cool. You know, and I'm no amplifier connoisseur. You know, I can't really rate the gain structure and all that stuff. I just know what sounds good to my ears. And so far I'm having a lot of fun with this thing. Now, this is the Rectifier Badlander 50W amp head. And yeah, what more can I say? I mean, Mesa Boogie, you know, legacy brand, and this thing really delivers. Now, I've watched some other YouTube reviews on this amplifier, and people are saying stuff like it doesn't have enough gain, or it's very boxy sounding, or mid-rangey, or, you know, pick your adjective. But for me, I think it sounds great. You're not going to get the super heavy distorted tones with this amplifier, but I don't think that's really what it's made for. You know, Mesa has a whole bunch of other amplifiers if you're looking to just get the super high gain stuff, kind of, you know, the death metal, thrash metal type tones. This is more of a classic rock, hard rock, and metal too, but more so of a refined lower gain type of thing, which is really what, you know, I'm pretty much into. So this pretty much delivers for me. Now, you just heard me, you know, going off there playing a few crazy licks, and I don't even know what I played, but yeah, I'm running my Ibanez TS9 Tube Screamer into the front of it, and I've got the gain set to 0, the levels all the way up, and then it just set the tone knob to suit, you know, whatever sounds good in the mix. It does need a little bit of a boost, I will say that. So right now I am going through, first of all, let's talk about the layout here. There's 2 different channels. They're both identical, so you can kind of set it up however you want. If you want to have a clean and a crunch, or a crunch and a lead channel, you know, whatever you desire, you can set that up. There is a foot switch included, which I'm not going to show you because, you know, it just changes channels, that's all it does. So for all intents and purposes, what I'm going to do with this demo is I'm just going to leave it on the first channel, which is the upper switch here. And I'm just going to go through like the crunch and the crush modes, and then maybe we'll play some cleans if there's time for that too. But yeah, right now I've got it in the crunch mode, which is kind of like, you know, the secondary gain stage setting. And that's pretty much my favorite. I do have the gain dimed all the way up, and it's not too much gain. So if I turn the TS9 off, here's kind of what you get. And I'm running a little Valhalla frequency echo just for a little reverb to give it some breath. But, you know, I might automate that in and out throughout the sound samples here. And like I said, I'm not any kind of an amp connoisseur. I just know what sounds good to me. And I could be completely off base, but to me this thing just sounds really nice. It's melodic. It's clean enough that you can still hear the notes, you know, when you're playing full chords. And you can dial back the gain and get some more of the spanky, you know, funk tones or blues tones, that kind of thing. We'll go through some of that too. Now, what's nice about this amplifier is you don't need to run a cabinet if you don't want to. So that's great for me because here at home, I don't need to be blasting the windows out of the house. So I just am running it direct with an XLR out from the back. I'll put that up on the screen. That's going right into my interface and then into Logic Pro. It does have built-in IRs. There's 8 different IRs, the same ones on both channels. So essentially you can have, you know, the same IR on 2 different channels, or you can mix and match however you want. Also, you have the ability to load your own IRs if you want to as well. Just got to hook it up, you know, with the USB cable into your computer, and then you can download your own IRs into it. I'm not going to bother with that today. I just want to give you more examples of what it actually sounds like out of the box. So if you were to buy this amplifier today, these are the different, you know, IRs that you would have available. Now there's switches on the back, and like I said, it's just a dial. You go through 1 through 8, and you just try them out and see what sounds best for you. So we're just going to go through them all really quickly. I'll do a little sample on each one. So here's the first IR. All right, cabinet number 2. Cab 3. All right, cab 4, I think we're up to 4. All right, 5. All right, that one is not my favorite. And I forget what number we're up to. 7, 8, I'm not sure. And the last one, yeah, 8. So that's the 8 different cabinets that you get that are included with the amp, and they sound plenty good to me. I mean, there's a couple in there that I really like, and there's a few that aren't my favorites, but overall, I can get a really good tone with this amp just as is. So I didn't really feel the need to kind of want to put my own IRs on it. But yeah, so now I'm going to just pop on the old TS9 again and just rip it up. And let's go to the crush mode, which is like the heavier gain setting. And it does sound a little more compressed, so, you know, judge for yourself. Oh yeah, and go back to one of my favorite items. Try that one. Judge for yourself. I think this amplifier is really cool. All right, now I'm just gonna mess around with some of the knobs here. And I'm gonna keep the gain dial. I'm gonna dial the gain back a little bit. And the treble as well. Maybe add some bass here. This amp sounds great to me. This is an amazing shredder amp. It might not be what you're looking for if you're into like the super heavy gent stuff, or if you want the really high gain tones. I did see a few other YouTubers mention that they were using the Mr. Scary mod, which is like some $300 aftermarket mod that you can pop into the back of the amp if you want to mess around with it. I would not do that. I would not recommend doing that. I think it sounds great as is. And if you're looking for something that has a little more, I guess, more gain than this, you might want to either look at like a 100-watt head or a different Mesa model perhaps. But for me, this one sounds great. I could easily record with this thing. The tones aren't unwieldy. There's no funny frequencies kind of popping out, you know, that just stand out like glaringly, you know, obvious when you just have some bad hissiness or some high-end fizz or something. I'm really not getting that. Again, I'm not really an amplifier guy, so I mean, my opinion means very little, but take it for what it's worth. I think it sounds good. I'm not sponsored by anybody, you know, Mesa Boogie, they don't know me. I'm just a guy on the internet checking out this amp. I think it sounds great. Last year I did do a review on the EVH 5150 3 Stealth head, and that was a lot of fun too, but I will say that that amplifier compared to this one was a lot more difficult to tame. There were some funny frequencies there that you really have to pull out in the mix. Has a lot more high end and more of that fizz and kind of some of that just, you know, bitey, fizzy, brittle sound that you kind of don't want. Also, that amplifier kind of goes from like 0 to 10 with just like the smallest turn of the gain knob, whereas this, you can dime it all the way up and you're just not getting too much. Again, it might not be enough for you, but for me, I just think it really sits nicely in the mix for those kind of just lower gain metal tones. That's all I can tell you. I think it sounds good. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, now I'm going to grab another guitar so we can get more of a vintage vibe. Be right back. Okay. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think it sounds really cool. Yeah, but Mesa Boogie, 2 thumbs up for me. And I will definitely be using this amp to record some stuff because while I've got it here, I might as well, right? This thing just sounds great, man. Whether you've got it boosted or not, doesn't really matter. It still sounds good. It doesn't get flubby. You still have some nice bass in there and some nice low end. It just doesn't muffle out. It doesn't get, like I said, there's no flub in it. There's no high-end fizz or, you know, that hissy stuff. It just sounds good. All right, let's check out that clean channel because, I don't know, let's just check it out. Alright guys, so there you have it. That was the Mesa Boogie Rectifier Badlander 50W head, and I had an absolute blast checking this one out for you guys. If you want to see more cool content like this, make sure you hit the subscription button, hit the like button, all that good stuff really helps to support the channel. If you want more information on this amplifier, click the link in the description box for complete details. And that's pretty much it for today guys. Thanks for watching the video. I'll talk to you soon. I'm out of here. See ya!